What is going on, guys? And today I'm going to be showing you another video of 5 tips and tricks you can try in Unturned. So I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so this tip is involving bedrolls and where you should place them, or where I usually place them. Now, if you're just starting out, just place them as high as you can, especially in an online game, because the multiplayer people will start to break your bedrolls, and you'll start respawning into a completely different random place. So what I suggest is just try getting onto a building by a use of a car, like go onto the car and then go up onto the building, or do something like that. Now, place your bedroll either on the roof or in a tower. Obviously in a tower it's gonna be a bit worse, because towers are they're much more easily accessible, and obviously they can break them easier. So yeah, I would just put them on the roofs of houses, since it's much harder to get to. Obviously people aren't gonna see them from down below, so it's much better on a house. So yeah, let's go on to the next tip. Alright, so this tip is gonna be involving online and single player use of it. So try and not, I know it's a bit obvious this, but some people don't know it. So try and not to disconnect while you're in a city or a town or anywhere next to zombies. At least if you're gonna do that, try and disconnect on a roof or somewhere at a high level where they cannot get you. So that way when you respawn, as in re-enter the game, you won't have to deal with all of those zombies, because there's gonna be a horde obviously once you respawn. So yeah, let's go on to the next tip. Now this tip is gonna be involving online and single player use of it. So what I suggest is, when you start the game, you should always keep on respawning by clicking suicide till you get into or next to a town, because if you're far away from a town, you're going to end up wasting a lot of time just getting to a town or somewhere where you can loot. Because what you want to do, like I said in the tip of before, you want to start looting immediately, because it's gonna help you out a really lot. Now if you're playing online, obviously you have to be careful from other players and like zombies and stuff, so try and find a weapon as fast as you can, so you can take down the zombies in this town and any players. Obviously the players are going to be much stronger because they're going to be armed with most probably firearms, and you're not going to have any chance against a firearm. So yeah, all you want to do is just keep on pressing that suicide button till you get next to a city. So let's go on to the next tip. Alright, so this tip involves looting. Now, what I suggest is that as soon as you get into a server or a single player game, just start looting immediately. Take anything you need that you think you're gonna need, like food, water, medical supplies, or anything in that particular thing, like canteens or a fuel can which you're gonna use in the future, and like boxes of ammunition, anything that you think that could be useful in the future. Just loot them all. Then when you go build a base, obviously throw them into the crates and go loot some more after. But yes, early on in the game you're gonna need a lot of food, medical supplies, and a lot of water. Now, as in for weapons, I would start off with at least melee weapons, because if you get like guns and stuff, you're gonna have trouble with mostly bullets, finding bullets and reloading and all of those stuff. If you find a gun, I would suggest in getting a civilian gun, which is like a pistol, but not the military grade pistol. It has to be the normal civilian one, like the police use. So normally those are found in police stations. and any gun that uses civilian bullets, because civilian bullets are the most like found type of bullets you can find, and that's really good because you can reload much more. So yeah, let's go on to the next tip. Alright, so now this tip is gonna be about leveling your skills. So what you want to do is just press the U button, and I would usually go with starting off with survival, just to reduce the amount of times I have to go eat or loot food and water, because early on in the game you just don't want to loot those stuff, because if you're really weak you end up dying a lot while going looting. Now, so survival reduces the amount of hunger you get and thirst. Now, it depends on the player obviously that you are, so you could choose endurance if you like to run around a lot and you don't want to get tired, or you have a melee weapon and you don't want to get tired so fast by hitting around your melee weapon. So yeah, now there's Sneaky Beaky, which I wouldn't even click it in the beginning of the game, because that is like for when you're at a higher level, because all it does is just at max rank of it makes you do completely no noise while running or sprinting. Now, I wouldn't use that early on in the game. I would use it later on, especially against PvP. So yeah, I would leave it to the last. So next is Marksman. So Marksman is useful later on in the game as well, since it is mainly for sharpshooter rifles or anything that's for long range. So the Marksman will reduce recoil and increase accuracy. As I said, I wouldn't use it in the beginning for sure. Next is Warrior. Now Warrior increases damage dealt by your melee weapons, and that is very useful in the beginning of the game, since you are going to end up finding a melee weapon and you're gonna have to kill a lot of zombies with it. So yeah, I would definitely upgrade that first, and the survival one, since you're gonna have to go through a lot of zombies and you want to get rid of those zombies really quickly. So yeah, I would do that one and survival. Now the next one is Outdoors. Now Outdoors reduces time to cut trees or boulders, as in rocks, and I would prefer to upgrade that one later, because I mean you're gonna take your time still on building your base in the beginning, so you don't really need it. What you have to mainly focus is endurance, like as in how much you can withstand the other players, and just thirst and looting. You don't want to be looting that much, because you're gonna be in a higher risk of danger while looting, obviously. This is all I'm saying, this stuff just for multiplayer mostly, that you're gonna be in danger, because single player you're not gonna be worrying about other players shooting you or anything like that. Now, Craftsman is the other one of after it, so I would like to use Craftsman in a later part of the game, because it's really useless in the beginning, because you're not gonna be crafting anything that's really high tech or anything like that in the beginning, obviously. So all you're gonna do is need the basic stuff for the base and get shelter as fast as you can, and yeah, I wouldn't use it in the beginning for sure. Now the next one is Immunity. Now that reduces the amount of sickness taken by zombie hits and food. Obviously when you eat food from anywhere that you haven't grown, you end up getting radiation, which is the one at the bottom right, which is green. Now that starts to reduce. If it comes to 0, you're gonna start dying. So obviously this immunity reduces the amount that it goes down, and it also increases healing, which is really good. So I would use that in the early game in the early moments of the game. So yeah, I would definitely choose immunity and survival and the warrior. Upgrade those first, and I think it would be good for the early part of the game. So yeah. Now I am going to do a bonus step, so I'll see you on the next step. Alright, so now the next step is gonna be mainly for multiplayer use, because I'm in single player, you don't really need it. So the next step is gonna be, I would prefer to use the darkness of night as a sort of asset. I mean, people can't see you that well in the night, so it's really good unless they have night vision, obviously, then they can't see you like it's daylight. But I would really use it, and what I would do as well for multiplayer is put the skin tone really dark, so that will be a really big use in the night. They cannot see you even more, and if you wear really dark clothes, I mean, it's even more. So yeah, I would definitely go out looting and stuff if I need to do anything in the dark. So it's a very useful tip, I mean, especially for online, since there's so much players, and most probably don't meet a lot of players that do the same thing, that they go out loot at night, because I guess it's a really good thing that you can do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe. If you have anything or would like to know any other tips, please leave a comment below. And if you did or found this video helpful, just leave a like. It really helps me out, I mean, a ton. Alright, so thanks a lot, and yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.